Adjudication. All units on the board have a value of 1, regardless of nationality, regardless of type. This is not a military simulation, it is a diplomatic one. 2 units that try to move into the same province, Army Paris to Burgundy, Army Munich to Burgundy, will bounce. If they were adjacent to each other, they would bounce at the border. You would not switch units. A unit that can move into a province can give up its right to move into that province in order to support an action in that province. It can support either an attack on the province, or if there had been a unit in there, it could support a unit there to defend if that unit is not moving. In this opening case, Army Paris goes to Burgundy. Army Marseille supports Paris to Burgundy. Now Paris is moving with a force of 2, itself plus 1 support. If Munich tries to go to Burgundy, Paris goes to Burgundy. It gets in. Munich does not. Force of 2 beats a force of 1. If there had been a German army in Burgundy, and Army Paris went to Burgundy with support, and no one was supporting Burgundy to hold, it would be dislodged and have to retreat. You can retreat to any unoccupied place which was not a standoff, or you cannot retreat to where the attack came from because that would be silly. You can't retreat to where there's a person already, and Switzerland is the only named location that you cannot retreat to because it's impassable. In this case, the army in Burgundy can retreat to Gascony, can retreat to Picardy, can retreat to Rohr, or retreat to Munich. We'll put it back in Munich. Enter the Italians over here in Piedmont. If you attack or move on to a province which is issuing a support order to a different location, you cut the support. That means that it has to face the attacker. So now Paris goes to Burgundy, Marseille support, Piedmont goes to Marseille, the support is cut, and we're back to a one-on-one situation here in Burgundy, and nobody gets in. You should remember that when you bounce back, you still hold priority over the place you came from. So if someone else was trying to move into your province, such as Berlin to Munich, Munich to Burgundy, if this backs up, all of them back up. Unless somewhere along the line there would have been another force of 2 attack, or more. Enter the English here in Belgium. The English go to the French and say, I will support you from Paris to Burgundy. Then they go to the Germans and they say, I will support you from Munich to Burgundy. So we go to the next set of orders. Paris goes to Burgundy, supported by Marseille. The Italians cut the attack. The Germans go to Burgundy, and now we read the English orders. They go from Belgium to Holland, lying to both these. They bounce. No one is adjacent to Belgium, and they've moved to another supply center in Holland. That's diplomacy. Fleets can do the same thing that armies can do, with one additional thing. A fleet that is in a sea province can convoy an army from one adjacent coastal province to another adjacent coastal province, or through a chain of fleets to an eventual coastal province. In this particular case, Army Holland can go to Norway, convoyed by Fleet North Sea. If Fleet North Sea is attacked, it defends the convoy. Only if this fleet is dislodged will the convoy be disrupted and the unit will never move. The move is just like a move of any other type. It's moving in with a force of 1. It can be supported in turn. The fleet that is convoying, since it is not moving, it can be supported in place. Now, when you have a chain of fleets, in this case, Army Holland can go to Sweden. Notice that it has to use a Russian fleet to do it. The Russian has to write the exact same order as the English to get the army, from Holland to Sweden. An army cannot be kidnapped, cannot be diverted. If the orders don't match, this unit doesn't move. In this case, the Russians would just decide, after they agreed with the English, to move to Sweden. In which case, again, that's diplomacy. He's stuck. He takes the supply center.